sounds incredible, it drives incredibly. I'm gonna take it on the road and show you guys how it sounds and how it performs with a 119 6.0 monster engine in there. Previously on other videos, we spoke about the legendary collector from the Middle East, Alyehli, how we acquired his whole collection. And this was one of the jewels of his collection right here, one of the centerpieces of his collection. Super, super rare. Originally, 117 6.0 motor car. They got converted later on.
This is a Hammer car originally. This is done by AMG Japan. It was a 1989 order, most likely converted in 1990 or 1991. It was ordered in midnight blue, the color you see in front of you. But then it was given the wide body treatment, interior upgrades, and a M117 6.0 Hammer engine by AMG Japan. What was interesting about this car is that it not only came with the M117 6.0, it was later swapped to an M119 6.0, so a later generation that we see in some of the R129s and W140s, which makes this a very unique car in the sense it is a more advanced version of the traditional Hammer in terms of how it drives today.
Basically what happened was, I speak to Alyehli frequently, he's a great friend of mine. The story goes, he bought this car already with the engine broken. He already knew the engine was no good when he bought it from Japan. He got it for a great price. Obviously he acquired this car post 2007, 2008, so this is like around 2009, 2010 I believe.
But it had the M117 Hammer engine in it, but just not operable.
Right, the M117 and 117 6.0, the car was basically being pushed around. He got it at the auction with a dead motor. He knew it, he still ordered it, he still bought it, he still wanted it. Got it for obviously a great price. The car came to Abu Dhabi, came directly to him. He already had a motor in mind, he already had a motor ready for it. He had several 119 6.0s, which everyone knows he's a collector of those cars and those motors. So he had the motor put in locally by someone, and that's about it. He had the car, he drove it around, he parked it for many, many years until we got it. So basically the motor, which we see right here, is a 119 stuffed into this engine bay right here, which was never meant to have this size engine. But they knew that it would work because they did have these cars with the hybrid 117/9 engines, which had this bottom half. So they knew it would fit. It was just, they had to, you know, make a couple adjustments. But when we got the car was messed up. It wasn't really running well. The belts were off. It was a hazard, so we sent it straight to Pierre. Pierre had the car for over a year. He spent fine-tuning it. Man, Pierre, you got me right. The pedal's good, Pierre. It's good to go. Yeah, you got it. One shot. This guy's a genius, guys. So if you have a chance to ever get Pierre to work on your cars, guys, do it. He got the pedal fixed real quick. Now it's quick to respond. Feels better. Crazy. Let's go. The car now runs incredibly. It's so much power. It's an insane experience driving this car. It still needs some exhaust work, and that's about it. But today we're here to talk more about the body and what we're doing to it next, and what we're going to be doing and what it went through. Actually, the car went through on its way to America. It actually went through a nightmare, and it was one of the first containers that me and Daniel had coming for the collection. So it was actually very traumatizing for both of us. It was actually really traumatic. You want to talk about what happened?
Yeah, I would say though, before we get to that, what's special about this car, I think, of course, is the color. We've never seen another one with this color. We have the engine swap, which makes it super special.
Yes.
And then also the interior is insane. The interior is perhaps one of the most unique interiors you'll see in an AMG car this time, because there's this rare collaboration between Recaro and AMG putting these seats. So these are AMG ordered Recaro seats. So that's what makes them so special. This emblem you see here, you don't see on any other Recaros. It's type of ones that are specially ordered by AMG. So we've never seen those in any other cars. I know Alyehli's never seen them in any other cars. So if you see them like this, see seats like this with this badge on it, please let us know, because it almost doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, very, very rare car overall. The color itself, midnight blue, a very rare spec for a wide body itself, let alone an SEC. Like I said, the body needs work. The car was sitting in the desert for about a decade plus. So
you got a lot of burns on the
roof.
And
then right here we see a scuff. So what happened to this car was we shipped 3 cars. The C140 was in the container and it was hanging over this car. And what happened was it wasn't secured and it fell. And it fell on the hood of this car right here. And the C140 that fell on top of this car was actually an S72, one of 7 ever made. And this is the exhaust right here that was rubbing during its trip to America.
So yeah, it fell and then it was sitting on it, and then every time the shipping boat moved, it would rub a little bit.
It's actually incredible that this is only damage on this car. Actually incredible. This is like God saved this car, and it actually fell in a very tough spot that doesn't really, is harder to dent, you know? Because if this was another car, like if it fell on the roof or anything, it would have definitely made some serious damage. It could have cracked the windshield, could have did some serious damage. Anyways, car was assessed by our guy Robert, who did our other SEC. You guys saw the white one, the cursed car.
I bought the car from the owner. Owner died. Brought the car to the body shop. Body shop. People were getting sick and dying in the body shop.
We're gonna send this to him. He's gonna do a full repaint on the car. He's gonna sand it down, take it fully apart. The car, if you guys walk around with me, you will see it was sitting out in the desert. The mirror here, the mirror fell off, so this has to get painted. This has to get painted. The whole car is gonna be painted essentially. There is some cracking in the body kit, which is very normal from cars from this era. Especially the ones that weren't taken care of. You're gonna have these cracks right here. Look at these original stickers, guys, from 1989. Very, very rare stuff. I guess 1991 when they did the conversion. So Yanasi, the importer the importer-exporter essentially for Mercedes in Japan. And you guys look right here on the trunk, you will see bubbling right here.
That rust is gonna be a little down.
There's rust right there. You guys see there's some more bubbling, and then right here is very bad, fading. So what Robert said is someone painted this. Someone had already worked on this side. They had taped this off and they painted this part and it got faded. So yeah, the car's in rough shape, but man, this car's incredible. It sounds incredible, it drives incredibly. I'm gonna take it on the road and show you guys how it sounds and how it performs with a 119 6.0 monster engine in there. But yeah, overall, it has great bones. The car's in pretty good condition overall. There's really nothing wrong with it. It just has rough paint. So
mechanically, it's perfectly sound. We spent the right amount of time with Pierre on it getting right.
Yes.
And I think the interior needs a little love here and there, but not a whole lot. But really, the paint job's gonna make this thing look incredible and bring it back to that factory quality paint.
Super cool car, guys. Stay tuned. It will get a full makeover on the channel. And we're just blessed to have it here in the collection. And it is now one of the centerpieces and one of the jewels of the collection. And it is the reason that me and Daniel met to begin with. So that's something we're definitely gonna talk about on the channel, and the story of the Patina Collective and how it came to life. So as you guys can tell, how the engine sounds, the 119 6.0 in this thing is pure monster, pure just power. It just sounds like straight havoc when you turn this thing on. It's just crazy. This thing is just raw power, like raw power, guys. Insane power. Let's strap ourselves up. We gotta stay safe in these streets. Sound is just insane. Something else for real. It's really hard to not go fast in this thing. This thing is tuned to the highest degree, really and truly. You can hear it. It's just fast and it's ready to go. back to our guy Robert at Fender Mender and get this car completely repainted, man. Robert worked at Mercedes for over 20 years. He was the head of the paint department over there. An amazing painter, and he's gonna get this car right. Incredible. Actually incredible. So this car is one of the funnest cars to drive in the collection. It just has such insane power. It's just something different, honestly. This thing is about to sit for like a year. So one of the best things I could have did for it right now is drive it really hard like I did and get you guys some footage for the channel, and also it's good for the car because the car is going to suffer and sit for about a year. Hopefully less, but you know, these, when you open up a can of worms like one of these projects and you start taking the whole car apart like we will do and sand it down to the bone, you got to open a can of worms. So shout out to my guy Robert right now.